Hey, what's up, everybody? Tyler Inlows here, welcoming you to episode 2 of the 517 Fitness Podcast. Thank you so much for joining me today. Before we get into today's topic, I'd like to invite you to go to 517fitness.com and sign up to receive your free ebook, The Ultimate Guide to Fasting. After reading this guide, you will have a stronger walk with God and a body ready for change. All right, let's get into today's question. Today's question is, how much water do we actually need? This question arrived from, as I was reading the Bible this week, I started off at the beginning, Genesis 1:1. It says, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. We all know that verse. But it's verse number 2 that kind of got me thinking. Now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. Which made me think, for the most part then, God was there. Then He created the heavens and the earth. Then there had to be basically water. The third, they don't talk, as in the people that write the Bible, don't talk about water. I mean, it is verse 2. But water hasn't been brought up. It's now something. And for it to be mentioned so fast, it has to be important. Which then made me kind of start thinking about how much water is actually used throughout the Bible. Noah and the flood, Moses parting the Red Sea, Jonah and the whale, Jesus walking on water, Jesus turning water into wine, the whole concept of baptism. I kind of then was like, wow, this must be super important. And pretty much all of us know we should be drinking more water than we actually are. As I did my research, 50 to 70% of your actual weight of your body is from water. Water is what helps regulate your body temp. It protects your organs, and it also provides the driving force for nutrients absorption. So if it wasn't for water, when you eat vegetables, you wouldn't be getting the vitamins and the minerals that you need. It's that water that kind of, think of it like what water is. Water helps boats float across the sea. That's what it's doing with the vitamins and the minerals. So how are we supposed to drink? I've searched the Bible and there really isn't hey, drink 3 cups of water every day and blah, 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 all that kind of aspects when it comes to water. It often talks about the thirst of life and how God and Jesus fulfill that and are the water for our soul and that aspect, which we can't argue. But as I researched more, I found the Dietary Reference Intake Reports, which is government-led and all that good stuff. And they come to the conclusion that women should be drinking roughly 2.7 liters and men should be drinking 3.7 liters of water. And because we're Americans and whatnot, we don't know what liters are. That basically works out to women need to drink about 12 cups of water a day. And I'm talking like actual measuring cups, not the cups that you might have in your cabinet that you drink out of water. Drink out of water, that doesn't even make sense. You drink water out of. And then men, you're looking at about 16 cups. The best way to kind of look at it is you should just go get one of those big old water bottles, Nalgene, or the Camelbacks. And they have on the side how many ounces are in that container. The best thing I can do for you is say, take your body weight and divide it in half. That's by far going to be the best option for you when it comes to how many ounces of water you need to be drinking. So I weigh in at a whopping 230 right now, which we're working on getting lower. And go to 517 Fitness Facebook page and stuff. You'll see my workouts and all that stuff that I'm working on. So if I'm 230, cut it in half, that's 115. Yeah, that's the math. So I need to drink 115 ounces of water a day, which is just shy of a gallon. I know that sounds like a lot of water, but trust me, it's easier said than done. With that said, make sure that you have bathrooms around you. The first couple of days, if not the week, your bladder does need to get used to drinking so much water. So bathroom trips will become very frequent. I've got 3 real tips for you for drinking more water and making it a more enjoyable concept. When I'm coaching people and I tell them they need to drink more water, I get the eye roll and the groans. And 9 out of 10 times, it's purely because they just think water tastes boring and not something that they want to drink all the time. So my 3 tips for you are, and I kind of already said this one. The first one is buy a big Camelback Nalgene bottle type thing. Having one of those, it's easier to refill that 2 to 3 times a day than to have a cup that you keep having to get up and filling every time you drink water. Having one of those smaller cups. And they're easy to travel with. I love my Camel. Is it Camel Nalgene? I have it right here. No, it's Camelback Eddie, by Eddie, and I carry this sucker everywhere. It easily clips my keys onto it because I got a carabiner on my keys, and it's my big old key chain for the most part. So get a big Camelback water bottle, and that will last you a good 2-3 hours. Then you can fill it up 2-3 hours, fill it up 2-3 hours, and then you're good for the day for the most people's weights. My second tip is flavor your water. I'm not talking the Crystal Light little powders, dump it in, shake it up, drinking it out. That's not the best option for you. Cut up a lemon, throw that in. Cut up an orange, throw that in. I've thrown berries in my water before, strawberries. One of my clients did this, and I have not tasted it yet. She swears by it and loves it. It was strawberry and mint. She threw some mint leaves in there. Flavoring the water makes it less boring. It does become very, just not exciting, drinking water all day long. My third tip, and this one's going to sound funny, but honestly, try it, and doing this has changed how much I drink water. I drink water first thing in the morning. The very first thing that goes into my body is water. I try and have not ice cold, but not it's been out all night by my bed water. I get straight from the refrigerator. It's cold, and the refreshing, it's that, the feeling I'm talking about when the water hits your mouth and you feel it go through your body. Because I've started doing that first thing in the morning, before I have my coffee, before I have my oatmeal, before I have a smoothie, before I put anything else in my body, I drink at least 5 ounces of water, which is roughly any cup you might have in your cabinet. And because of that, I then just find that drinking water all day long becomes an easier thing because my body likes it and correlates it to the great feeling that it is when I drink that water first thing in the morning. So the big takeaway from this episode is, number 1, we need to drink water. Drink water, get rid of the sodas, get rid of the juices, the fruit juices, and all those things that you think are good for you. Make water the number 1 liquid in your life. You should be drinking roughly half your body weight in ounces is the best way to kind of figure out where you should be on the how much drinking scale. And mix it up with the flavors. Add some lemons, add an orange, strawberry and mint. All are great options. So, drink your waters. Let me know how you're doing on Facebook or Twitter. And with that, thank you so much for listening today. I can't tell you how much it means to me. If you want to go over to iTunes and leave a review, that would be phenomenal. Basically, if you leave a review, leave an honest one. 3, 4, 5, hopefully not 1 or 2, but I understand. I'm growing with this podcast thing. You leaving a review makes it easier for other people to find this show, and that would help me a lot, them a lot, and everybody wins in that. Also, don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, tweet me, wall post me, do all that good stuff. And of course, as always, I want to end today's show with a Bible verse. It is John 4:14. But whoever drinks the water I give them will never thirst. Indeed, the water I give them will become in them a spring of water welling up to eternal life. And with that, have a great day, finish strong, and God bless. Bye.